What's up, everybody? PD from SupplementReviews.com coming at you today with a video review. Today we're going to be talking about that there CTD Labs Noxitropin PM. Alright, first of all, this is an overdue video review. I have my written one done, but I've been delaying in this one just because of time constraints. But nonetheless, thanks to Kenny over at CTD Labs for sending this over to the expert review team for us to give it a go. And I was actually pretty pleased with it overall, but I'll tell you why in a second. With that being said, let's waste no time here. Let's dive right in. There's a lot of sleep aid products out there. It's a growing market and a up-and-coming popular category of products. The one that we're probably going to compare this one today most to is another popular one by Muscle Farm, and many of you know it as Bulletproof. There's some differences, there's a lot of similarities at the same time. You know, each one has its own slightly different take on a sleep recovery blend, but this one I like it in terms of simplicity and I guess the ingredients picked. Now, with that being said, let's start off with the taste and mixability. The only flavor that I know that this comes in is the fruit punch, and of course, that's what I got. It mixes alright. A little bit of it settles to the bottom, but generally, to me, sleeping aids. Good gosh, can't even think of the word. Yeah, sleep aids. Such as this don't mix the best. This one is no different. It doesn't mix great, but it doesn't really have a huge issue either. So it's just middle of the road. And in terms of flavor, it is kind of chemically tasting. That's just because the nature of the ingredients in a sleeping product that make it taste kind of funky. But with that being said, I mean, it's nothing special, but it's not bad either. I mean, you're not going to dread drinking it. So I'm just going to have to give an average rating here of a 7.8. And that's, you know, a C+, you know, on the college grading scale. For those of you out there, 78%. All right. And, you know, average. So once again, no complaints there for taste and mixability, 7.8. All right. Now, we're going to talk about the ingredient profile. Each container here has 40 servings in it, and that's at a 1 scoop per serving. And I recommend taking 1 to 2 scoops 30 minutes before bedtime. So either you got, obviously, 40 servings if you're doing 1, 20 servings if you're doing 2. I never really had a need to go for a full 2 scoops of this, just because, I mean, otherwise you're going to wake up with a serious sleep hangover, but I'll talk about that in a bit. And the thing is in each scoop of it, you got a 7-gram proprietary blend. In that blend, we got 4 amino, 3 phenylbutyric acid, aka phenibut. I like that. Good inclusion. Gamma amino butyric acid, aka GABA. Once again, I like that in a lot of sleep products out there. Mucuna puris extract, standardized to 20% L-DOPA, aka L-DOPA. Stuff you got in USB Labs Powerful that helps release growth hormone, and it's a lot of other products such as your Bulletproof. L-arginine, an amino acid in the HCl form, good stuff. L-tyrosine, another amino, and L-phenylalanine, once again another amino. I like the overall blend. Also, it's got a nice little 10 milligram dose of vitamin B6 as pyridoxine HCl. I like the inclusion there as well. Other ingredients, pretty much just your standard stuff, keep from clumping, and make sure that it doesn't show up in a giant brick on your porch. So, with that being said, for this blend here, it is proprietary, so we don't know the exact dosage in each of these ingredients. But at the same time, I don't have any complaints on anything that is put in there or isn't put in there. I like having phenibut in my sleep products. They tend to work the best for me. I also like having GABA in there. That also tends to work very well for me. Of course, that L-DOPA, I mean, that's the stuff that everybody gets amazing sleep from when they're on Powerful. And that's why almost all the companies have taken suit from that. And I really like the inclusion in here as well. They use a high quality blend here. I mean, it's a very clean type sleep. You can definitely tell this by how easily, I guess, the powder flows out of the scoop. That it's not just kind of thrown together. I mean, sometimes like a cheaper version of some of these ingredients can make it be very grainy. And once again, it doesn't mix that particularly well, but it is a sleep aid. But for what it is, I mean, you can tell the ingredients are high quality here. The amino acid blend, I do like that. It isn't like a huge blend based solely on recovery there, but it is going to have a little bit of I guess that muscle protection is what they're going for here, as well as vitamin B6. That's seen in a lot of pre-workouts, a lot of sleep recovery products there. Just to make sure you're providing your body, because they find a lot of athletes can be deficient in vitamin B6. So overall, for this blend here in the ingredient profile, I'm pleased with it. I like how they stuck with simplicity and how they didn't take out the phenibut like some companies are doing. Some retailers like bodybuilding.com, for some reason, they're not, I guess, liking new products coming on the market with phenibut in there, just because they have some doubts on, I'm not even getting into that, on just the different safety on some reports on it. But then again, I mean, nothing's been proven to be 100% on this. And it's actually an ingredient I really like, regardless. Oh, also for those of you that are curious, comparing this, like I said, to that Muscle Farm Bulletproof, keep an eye out there. Muscle Farm did go ahead and take out that said phenibut, and they added in melatonin. So yeah, those little turkeys over at Muscle Farm, you know, they are changing stuff up. But nonetheless, that's not what we're doing today. So, overall for that ingredient profile, I'm going to give it a solid 8.5 out of 10. Everything's there, nothing's missing. The dosage is in what I'd like to see, in terms of like what approximately 7 grams. I would like to see an individual ingredient breakdown though, but then again, I mean, it's not required. So that's their choice, and I'm fine with it, I guess, in this case. Now, in terms of effectiveness, boom. I really liked it here. It's on par with other sleep aids. It doesn't, I guess, totally knock me out like a few other sleep aid products have, in terms of like just, I guess, how fast and how hard they hit. And I think it's just because of, like, I guess, the balance of the products that they chose. But it does give a nice calming effect. You do sleep very soundly with it, and you do get a lot of REM sleep. And REM is rapid eye movement. It's, I guess, like the same type of sleep that's aimed at when you get a lot of dreams, the vivid dreams such as that. Like people report when they're on ZMA, some weird funky stuff going on like that. But that's the whole purpose, because that's what it's said to have the best recovery happen. And even on the side of the container here, you know, it's designed to help support restful sleep, REM sleep. So it does that very well. I'm going to go with their product claim here, and it does work very well. It also claims to have good HGH production. There's no way to really test that unless you get a lab. I don't happen to have that in my living room here, but I'll take their word for it. Muscle recovery, leaner and harder physique, overall well-being. You get better sleep, you're going to feel better, so I'm going to go ahead and say the overall well-being, you can check that off. As for the other ones in there, it's hard to judge muscle recovery by this product alone, because I do use amino acids and, of course, protein on a daily basis. So, in terms of how different I felt, I just felt that I was more well-rested. So, I do feel it's good in that aspect. But as for the HGH production and a leaner, harder physique, I didn't notice a whole bunch in, I guess, those two categories. But once again, I mean, that's something you'd have to specifically test for. It could be a mental thing for some people if they do report that. So regardless, moving on. For effectiveness, I slept really well on it. Wasn't too bad of a sleep hangover, aka I didn't feel like half asleep the rest of the morning, which I liked. And I did sleep very well. So I'm going to go ahead and give that an 8.5 out of 10 as well. Very solid product, but at the same time, I mean, it does what it's supposed to do, and there's no complaints. That's where you're getting that 8.5 out of 10 on there. All right, value. It's on par with the other sleep aid products there. You're getting 40 servings in a container if you're using the 1 scoop dose, which most people will find perfectly fine. I have no complaints. There's no items I wish were in there. I don't feel it's underdosed. I feel that for what it is, it's priced extremely well. You can get it at different prices in different retailers. So, you know, keep on keeping on, CTD Labs. Good stuff. And overall, I guess for that value, just give it an 8.5 out of 10. I mean, we're going to stick with 8.5 for this product, aside from the taste and mixability, which was 7.8. But, you know, I like this product. Overall, we're going to round it out with an 8.5 out of 10. You know, I like it. No complaints. And, you know, the only thing I might like to see in there, if they want to make it, I guess, even more like effective feeling, sometimes you might play around with putting a little bit of melatonin in there, like a very, very small dose, like a 1 milligram one, just to help finally knock you out should some people have you know, issues with getting to sleep. But regardless, that's just a, you know, little off the wall thought. So this has been PD from SupplementReviews.com. Check out our other videos on our YouTube station. Make sure you subscribe. We've got good stuff coming all the time. I'm excited. In the very, very, very near future, aka next week, the process will be happening. We will have a guest star from our expert review team doing some reviews with me via YouTube. So make sure you keep an eye out, find out who it is. You know, the mystery awesome reviewer will be revealed in the near future. I know, edge of your seat stuff. Make sure to check out our Facebook page. We've got free stuff given away each week. So if you want to win a bunch of free goodies, you know, check it out there. I mean, it's free. Don't complain. That's what I say. You know, just to give back to our community. Make sure to like our page. Follow us on Twitter. Keep up on the ramblings of what's going on in our lives. And, of course, Google Plus is an up-and-coming page, too, so you might want to get in on the revolution. All right? So, this has been PD from SupplementReviews.com. Any ideas, submit them in the social media section of the forum. And other than that, you have a good day, everybody. Boom.